Hey guys, this is Tom Turner in the studio, and I'll be showing you how I remade the song Calling by Sebastian Ingrosso Alesso. So I'll first start by showing you what the song sounds like.
Maybe heaven right now is a devil or angel away. That won't change. Together we vow that our colors will sparkle the fame. And I will find you. I will find you. I will reach you.
Alright, so I'll first start with the vocals. So what I did with the vocals is a commonly used trick in dance music. What you do is you layer the vocals 3 times. So I made 3 instances of these vocals. The first one is centered, pan-centered, and lowered to a volume of 70% approximately. And the other 2, I'm gonna pan one all the way to the left and the other one all the way to the right. And it gives that kind of surrounding effect that you hear in every electronic music, if not every song you hear. Alright, so now that we got the vocals, what did I use on the vocals? I didn't put much compression or anything. Worked on it pretty fast, just a reverb. Alright, now the sounds that I used. So these are all the sounds. They're all layered. I'll show you what each of them sound like individually. So there's this one. And together it makes this nice sound. Alright, next I got my bass line. It's a Silent One bass line. I forgot what sound bank it's from. Probably Sample Star. Anyway, what I did with this bass line is I added a deep blue glitch on it to give that pitch bending effect that you hear after every 4 bars. And I used the Waves paragraphic EQ to shape the sound and a compressor on it. The bassline is the most important part of the song, so it's important that you use it all kinds of plugins on it until you get the desired sound. And you always have to cut the low on the bass. You don't want it to clash with your kick, so you cut the low. Next I have my mute kick. I'll show you what it is, it's here for later. I have my kick, which is double layered. I have claps. Those are the claps you hear in the drop. This is the double clap that you hear after every fill. This is the intro lead. It's also 7th one. I think all my leads here are 7th one, yeah. This is the intro lead that you're in the beginning of the song. What I use on it: a compressor, filters, and EQ. Oh yeah, one thing, I EQ all my sounds, leads, instruments, everything, because you don't want a sound to use the full spectrum, or else it'll just clash with everything. It'll make it really bad sound. So I EQ the sound according to what I wanted to use in the spectrum. So like for example, this sound, the lowest note is right here, so I don't want it to like be over here, because all this is wasting spectrum space, and I don't want it to be like this because it's gonna screw up the sound. So I EQ it right to where I want it to go without messing up the sound. The other thing, yeah, I compressed it. What else do I have? Snares. This is for the snare build that you're gonna hear on the build. This is the sub bass. And these are the claps for the build. And that's about it for the song. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the pattern for the melody. If you want to use it, copy it, whatever you want to do with it. Alright, and now to get back to the bass line. So how I did the bass line, because the bass line is not what you hear like this. It's not flat. In the song, in the actual song, it spikes up and down, like the volume goes up and down. It's a sidechain compression. So I'll show you how I did that. So the first thing you gotta do is, getting back to my mute kick, how it works is you gotta assign a kick to a channel. So I assigned it to channel 4, and I used the P controller to mute it, because you don't want to hear the kick in your bass line, obviously. So you gotta mute it and play around with these knobs, controls. Like this is the perfect setting for a bass line that you want to spike up and down, but obviously there's different bass lines, so use whatever sounds good. And you got to put in each bar a kick, and then the bass line, what it's going to do in regards to the P controller is every time there's a kick, it's going to go down a bit, and every time there isn't, it's going to go up. So that's why you're going to hear that cool effect on the bass line. I'll show you what I mean exactly right here. So I'm going to solo just the bass line and the mute kick. So this is what you hear in the song, because you don't want it to sound like this. So you gotta have the mute kick, and it makes a whole difference. Yeah. Alright, now the arpeggio, in case you're wondering, is just a sample from the song. Now I put downlifters, and I'm sure you noticed that the downlifter right about here starts going at the sidechain, going up and down in volume. So I used I did the same thing. I linked the controller and sidechained it to the kick so that you hear this. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show you that the bass line has to be sidechain as well. So it won't work unless you actually link the controller. So let's say your bass line is assigned to channel 3, you gotta link the controller also. Forgot to tell you about this. And you gotta link it to whatever channel you have the mute kick on. In my case, it's insert 4. And you do inverted accept. and that's when it's gonna work. Yeah, that's where my mid kick is. Alright, and that's about it. So I'll show you the rest of the song, and I hope you enjoy my tutorial. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy.